Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's Stuart from SW Homes. We are currently in Farnborough on our latest development site where we are very much in the depths of the delivery phase. So we thought we'd piece together a little video just to give you an update. We're putting 18 flats in here in a new office. So if you're ready, we'll grab our hard hats and we're going to have a look around. So I thought we'd start this video on the outside first, and as you can remember from previous videos, we were talking about putting the door on the side, which is still happening. We've obviously got scaffolding now, we've got a road closure or pavement closure, so we have to just dip our heads through underneath these foam protection areas, but down here is where we've boarded off now to get the positioning of the front door accurate on the inside. So here is now where you'll see the new front door where it's going. We've got internal letterboxes being built, and then the staircase goes up where we've now cut the staircase, which I'll show you inside. Oh, windy today. So we're in the car park here where we said we've still got 11 car parking spaces. We may make a little bit of it a communal space, but we're not 100% sure yet. But what you can see at the back here is in between the two lovely toilets, is our new extension that we built. So we've gone out about 2 meters, out about 6 meters, and we've gone right the way up now, including the new roof floor that we've put on this building. So this is what's made the width at the back, which is really good, all ready for windows and rendering. We'll go inside and have a look. So we'll enter through the rear passage of the bin storage. So on the ground floor is pretty much the last part of the construction process that we'll challenge. At the moment we're just using it for storage, for access in and out, and for all the waste that we've had to get out of the building. We've opened up some pockets in the building so we can literally get everything out as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So the extension here, it's been really handy because it was a bank. The ground floor slab is super solid. So by adding the extension, it allowed us to bring all our new services and water into the rear and in through our new extension, which then effectively made it internal space that we could come above the slab rather than trying to break through it. And here you can see is where the new staircase and the doorway is going to be. So this becomes the lobby. This staircase we'll look at on floors above because you can see from the top all the way down, which is quite cool. You can see here the last of the waste we've got to get rid of now. So we've got a big mount here, use the old dumbwaiter as our sort of natural waste channel to get everything out, and then we've used dumpers to pull everything out to the rear of the building. Up at the front, you'll see that we've started to do the structural protection. This is like security hoarding, so we can start taking out the front sections for the bricklayer. This wall here is a structural wall that goes all the way up for our services and for taking some of the floor load. Not much has happened in the office really. We've got the staircase to come out yet, but the idea is we'll get the windows in, get the rendering done, and then we will take the front of this building out and put these last big stills in to take this column out, which then means we can open this up into our new office area. So this staircase is still to come out. We're using it as access for the site at the moment because it's just nice and wide and easy to get past people. This is the living room kitchen. It's quite deceiving on the size. And upstairs where the staircase isn't in, we'll have a look at that and show you the final size of this space. But on previous videos you've seen the bathroom is now in this position. The bedroom is still here. We've managed to get 2 storage cupboards here, and next door, the other side of this wall, we'll go and have a look at the living space next door. So this is the entrance of flat 7. You see the second storage cupboard here, and then flat 8 is the other side of this wall. And now we're in flat 8, and you can still see the orange wallpaper, but this is now the living room kitchen with the new windows and doors. And the other side of this wall is our new bathroom. So we've kept everything in alignment on top of each other. Let's go and have a look at some more flats. See the bathrooms in here, all been first fixed, and the bedroom is to the right. So out of flat 8 into flat 6 through the communal corridor, which we'll do next. This door actually was a late decision to move over by about 200 mil because we wanted to create a secondary cupboard, which was feedback from previous tenants in other sites. So we've always try and put 2 cupboards in there where we can. Got a bathroom first fixed here, bedroom to my left, and then in here it leads into the living room kitchen, which we've got the kitchen running all the way around here. It's a bit like a back-to-back with a flat opposite. So we've kept all the services and waste pipes back-to-back to minimise services and pipes on the building. And in here we've got a nice living room, kitchen, dining room area. Nice, good size 1-bedroom flats. Let's go have a look at the hallway. So out of flat 6, this is flat 8 you're in, and this is the corridor, which we've done another video where there was a door at the end here. Just as we walk past, you can see the new staircase has all been completely cut out now. Big diamond cutting machines we use to cut this out, but effectively we've got everything ready for the stairs in once we've got all the heavy material upstairs. Got a service cupboard here for all our pipes and mechanical parts we need. This was that old doorway that was there that leads us into flat 5. We're going to have a look at flat 4 first. Okay, so as we enter flat 4, this is the communal area. So in this bedroom, you can see we've got 2.4 metre ceilings, and here actually is where the old staircase used to be that took us up to the floor above. So that's all been taken out. We've all fireboarded it, and we've added in all the new windows in and around the existing structure. So yeah, it's pretty good. We'll look from upstairs as well. Come through here, you'll see that the kitchen has all been first fixed now. We've kept the kitchen on one straight run, so it's the most cost-effective way to put in a really nice kitchen. Sofa in here, dining room table, and then we've got the TV in 2 locations on this wall, depending on how the tenant wants to use the space. Let's have a look at the last flat on this floor, and then we'll go upstairs. So into flat 5, which is the last flat on this floor. We've put the doorway back here just because we wanted to create a bit of a runway between the 2 steps in the floor. We're going to create like a koi matting and then 1 step up into this flat. So in here is the smallest bedroom on all of the flats because there was an existing pillar we had to work around. So we had to lose a little nib in this room, but it still works as a good double. And we made this into a shower with another living room, which we'll go and have a look at. So as we come through the hallway, shower room, which we did intentionally plan on having a bath, but because of the bedroom and this column that was original part of the structure, we kept and just pushed this over slightly. And in here you've got the kitchen, full run, nice big tower, nice kitchen, simple, effective, but obviously most cost effective as possible. We've got TV here, we've got the sofa in this location. This actually is the roof of the old single story first floor extension. So here was where that staircase was that took us down to the bin store. Now you can see it's a lovely 1-bedroom flat with a brand new kitchen here, and yeah, really happy to progress. So that sort of leads us to the finish of this floor. We'll go upstairs. They are exactly the same layouts upstairs, so I'm going to point out a few of the details that we've done that we're very proud of, that you'd expect from a contractor if you're going to work with someone, and then we'll end on the roof upstairs. So let's go up and have a look. So you can see that the flat above the floor below was actually where that staircase came up. So it gives you a much better representation of how big this space is. So by the time you've got a sofa, TV and that kitchen, it's going to be a really nice space for someone to live. So I just want to show off a few of the details so the developers out there know what to look for. Here is the old roof, which we have now developed everything above that. So that's the airspace, which we've made another 5 flats. This is the dividing wall, the spine wall. You can see it's double tacked for sound. We've got like a double metal wall, which I'll show you in a second, but we've had to go right up to divide this for fire and for sound between this living room, or this bedroom, and the living room next door. So we'll go have a look and I'll show you the metal walls we use as well. So as we come out of flat 12, same corridor, same layout as before, but that stub work I wanted to show you. This is called an ACO 146 or something. It's basically 2 metal walls that does the same job as 2 dividing walls. So it means we gain space on the inside. We have to use this acoustic sound in between and then double tack it, but it does mean that we gain more space. It's a little bit more expensive, but we'd much rather use that on any of these dividing walls. And I just want to show you through here. You'll see around the site that the guys will actually go and create these double soundbox boards, which means any power points or switches that go into these dividing walls, our standard practice is to basically have these fire sealed, sound sealed and built into the wall. So we're going to have no issues with any sound tests that are done at the end. Just a bit of belt and braces, but it does make an awful lot of sense, especially when they're all decorated. But if you come through here, if you remember, this used to be the old canteen. So we used to have the canteen here. You can actually see the old floor still, that's still down, that we pulled up all the tiles, but the glue that was used to have the canteen still here. And we've gone right out. You know, we're literally going to have to put a vapor barrier insulation, screw that to the wall and then plaster it to get our EPCB, which is what we're aiming for. But it's, as you can see, it's a total transformation. So yeah, really happy with progress. We should have plasters in the next few weeks. We're just waiting on the windows to be delivered. A few more details to show you. So as you come through, cupboard, bathroom, you're standing in what will become the master bedroom with a cupboard. We've not built this wall yet because we really want the access to get materials up. Once everything's plasterboarded, we'll start closing this in and then we'll get the stairs in. But you can see where the old roof is. We left that in because it ties the building together, but we've had to double fireboard, then hang the new floor, and then put a new double ceiling in for sound. So a lot more work in the timber construction than the existing. And this is classed as new build regulations, where this is conversion. So a bit more technical, especially going to add floors. Something to bear in mind if you're going to look at doing a project like this in the future. Come on through. So back into the communal corridor, you can see above my head, you've got all these big black insulated pipes, which is for all the air source heat pumps that run off to each flat. And on the back, single story extensions where we're going to house all the outdoor units. Here you can see the sort of mass of this size of project. When you look at the floor we've added and the 3 floors we converted, it really is a decent sized conversion project. It's our biggest one to date. We're loving it. We want to try and look at doing 25, 30 unit schemes. And this was really the best type of size job that we were looking at sort of progressing onto. So we can do 3 or 4 of these and then move up to the sort of 30 to 50 unit schemes. So we've got a new lobby door going here, new flat entrance, and you can see these pipes over my head. They go everywhere. There's a refrigerant gas goes to and from each individual flat. So now on the second floor, you can see that this used to be where the old staircase came up onto this floor. And then the part to our left was not only an extension, but it's where all the old toilets were and all the rest of it. So that's all been completely ripped out. And again, same layout as downstairs, kitchen across here, sofa and TV, but it makes quite a difference. And we've lowered the ceilings as well. The other detail I wanted to explain was we brought these ceilings down to the exact height of a 2.4 metre sheet. It saves on plasterboard, saves on our waste, and also means that we're not over excessively plastering areas we don't need to plaster. Just by pulling this down, as long as you keep the gap between the underside of the fireboard and the underside of this plasterboard less than 800, which is right on the limit, then it doesn't have an issue with fire and the impact of compartmentation. But ultimately it means that we can get the maximum amount of space within 2.4 metres. Let's go and look at the last flat on this floor. And then here, new doorway, new entrance, same issue as the floor below with this being a different height, but the loft floor actually this is totally level because it was all new build. But this is where the extension was built. We decided to put an angled cupboard in here. We've got services and fuse box and all the open reach going in one. Still enough space for a hoover and an ironing board. And then the other cupboard is for the air source heat pump. And then this floor, this bedroom, which the one below had the column in, this one's slightly bigger. We've still gone for a shower just to try and push this over 200 mil, but it's a really nice size double bedroom, especially by the time you've got a wardrobe in there and a desk. And if you come through to here, you'll see this is all the new extension now. So this was the outside roof from down here. This was completely down to the ground. That's all been built up, all under new regulations. And then this is the new floor that we've added. It is quite a work of art when you look at this stage, because we're so proud of all the layers behind, like all the vapor barrier, all the insulation. Everything we're doing is to make sure this building is not going to cause us issues over the next 20 years really. And everything we do, we just want to do the best of our ability. So yeah, that's it for this floor. One more floor up and then we'll end this video. Right, welcome to the third and final floor of this building. So this is the bit that we've added on top of the existing structure. We originally set off to try and get an EPCA on this site, but the weight load, adding extra solar panels and the ballast to the building, the engineers really had a problem with it. So we've got an air source heat pump, all electric, no gas. With the air testing we're going to do, we should easily get an EPCB. It's slightly frustrating that we can't add the solar panels, so I'd love to have done 18 A-rated flats just for our ESG credentials as a company. But yeah, really proud of the progress so far. We've gone for a traditional build on top, doing it again with a bit more time. We may have looked at trying to do a lightweight panel system, but we are where we are now. We're really happy with it. We've got all the fire breaks in. A slightly different construction process up here because it's under new build regulations. So you can see on this floor, same layout as floors below, but there is some differences because it's a timber framed, effectively a timber framed traditional built structure. Most of the regulations is to do with the fire. So you'll see a lot more pink board around this floor. The walls, the dividing walls, we've used the same, the fire, but there is the sound boxes, which is more to show you further on. Bathroom's still in the same position. Storage cupboards are in the same position. The electrics are all being done now for the first fix where they can. If you come through to this floor, this is obviously all airspace. So it's all an area where we've just gained this basically added value for no extra cost, apart from the construction costs. In here you can see that all the external walls that have been insulated are used rigid insulation. We then actually put a full overlayer insulation over the top and then a vapor barrier, and then we have a soundboard being used on the outside. So the wall makeup's different than the floors below. If you come through and I'll show you the rear flats, you'll see that these walls are still missing because we want to get the staircase all finished and all fire checked. This detail here is quite important. So this is a dividing wall partition. Because it's stub work, we've had to go right up with the double fireboard, right up to the roof to allow for no flames or fire to sort of come up through any walls or any cavities. So that's quite an important detail, and that's in the ceiling and in the floor. So definitely more intensive than we thought it was going to be, but it had to be done. We're learning all the time. It's all been done, it's all been signed off, which we're happy with, but ultimately something to bear in the future. If you come through here, you'll see we're at an earlier stage of construction. We sort of built the frame and then worked down the building. All the walls are ready for electrics. First fix electrics is going in. all the installation details, the roof, and we've gone for a GRP roof on the top, just so it's a lighter frame, adding less and less weight to the existing structure. And if you come through to the back, you'll see top of the staircase, all the way down, looks pretty cool. Can't wait to see the staircase in and to stand here over the stairwell in the lobby and see this finished. We've also got an AOV, an automatic opening vent, which will go off in the case of a smoke or a fire. And this is completely confined in a lobby area with 2 lobby doors that surround each flat. So there's 2 points of protection for each flat. So we haven't got to go for a sprinkler system. If you come down here, it's now timber floor, not concrete. You've got flat 14 and flat 15. The flat here, this is all level compared to the others, which I'll show you that in a sec. Come through here, you'll see a few more details. That fire detail all the way up to the roof. You can see the insulation that's been fitted, very, very tightly fitted and has been foamed. So you can't get a credit card down the side of any of our insulation. That's a very important detail just for building control and a way to sort of measure your builders. And then we've got external overlay insulation and then the plasterboard. I don't think we need the vapor barrier up here because it's a timber frame with a gap. So don't hold me to that, but I think that's not needed up here. And then on this floor, you can just see a few of the boxes here. This is that spine wall between this living room and that bedroom. So when they come to do a sound test, they'll put a microphone in here and a speaker the other side, and they'll measure the distance, the decibels between this floor and next door. And these boxes certainly will make sure that no sound. It's basically doing the same as what the plasterboard's doing, but completely sealed in each power point and switch. So there's basically zero risk of us failing that, which would be a disaster if we had to redecorate and cut out walls, sections of the wall and stuff. You can also see that we've, behind the plasterboard on the floors below, is we've sort of applied where all the walls are going to go, all the wall units, the counter units, and here you'll see the TV that's all been mounted as well. So we sort of know where we can put brackets up as and when, if tenants want that. So yeah, one last flat to go and then we'll close on this video. So out of 14 and into our 15th and final flat on the floors above. We've still got 3 on the ground floor to do, but you'll see this is all flush through here now because we haven't got a step to deal with because it's all new build, which is lovely. We've got the airing cupboard, well, ironing board and hoover cupboard, storage for the air source heat pump, bedroom, shower room, and if you come through here, you'll see this is our final living room, which is quite nice. Got the double aspect windows, views all over Farnborough. You've got Farnborough airfield. You can see all the planes coming in. It's really nice, and then the kitchen running across here. So that brings us to the end of this video. I really appreciate you watching it. If you are an investor or thinking of investing with us and want to get involved or get in contact, you'll find us at swhomes.co.uk, Instagram SW Homes Ltd, and YouTube. Please subscribe, follow, like. Do leave us any comments as well underneath this video. We will pick them up and try and answer them on our next video, or just come back to you in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.